Elmore Rule. Rip Torn, Jr. is an American actor, voice artist, and comedian. Torn received an Academy Award nomination as Best Supporting Actor for his role in Cross Creek. His work includes the role of Artie the producer on The Larry Sanders Show, for which he was nominated for 6 Emmy Awards, winning in 1996. Torn also won an American Comedy Award for Funniest Supporting Male in a Series, and 2 Cavalier Awards for his work on the show, and was nominated for a Satellite Award in 1997 as well. Early life. Torn was born Elmore Rule Torn, Jr., in Temple, Texas, on February 6, 1931, the son of Elmore Rule Torn, Sr., an agriculturalist and economist, and Thelma Mary Torn. His father was of German and Austrian descent, while his mother was of Czech, Moravian, German and Austrian ancestry. Being given the name Rip is a family tradition of men in the Torn family for several generations. Through his mother, he is a first cousin of Oscar-winning actress Sissy Spacek. He was a member of the Texas A&M University Corps of Cadets, although he graduated from the University of Texas, and was a member of the Alpha Nu chapter of the Sigma Chi fraternity. After graduation, he served in the military police in the United States Army. Film career at the Texas A&M University. Torn had studied drama with Bernard and Payne, and after relocating from his native Texas to Hollywood, he made his debut in the 1956 film Baby Doll. Torn then headed to New York, where he studied at the Actors Studio under Lee Strasberg, becoming a prolific stage actor, appearing in the original cast of Tennessee Williams' play Sweet Bird of Youth, and reprising the role in the film and television adaptations. While in New York, Torn introduced his cousin Sissy Spacek to the entertainment business, and helped her enroll in Strasberg's Actors Studio. One of Torn's earliest roles was in Pork Chop Hill, portraying the brother-in-law of Gregory Peck's character. He also had an uncredited role in A Face in the Crowd as Barry Mills. In 1957, Torn portrayed Jody in an early episode so titled Of the Restless Gun. In 1960, he portrayed Ernie Walters in the Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode The Kiss-Off. Torn also portrayed Judas Iscariot in King of Kings in 1963. Torn appeared as a graduate student with multiple degrees at fictitious Channing College in Channing. That same year, he appeared as Roy Kendall in the Breaking Point episode Millions of Faces. In 1964, Torn appeared as Eddie Sanderson in the episode The Secret in the Stone in the 11th Hour and appeared in the premiere of The Reporter. In 1965, Torn portrayed Colonel Royce in the episode The Lorelei of 12 O'Clock High. Since then, he has been a character actor in numerous films, including roles such as those of New Orleans blackmailer Slade opposite Steve McQueen and Carl Malden in The Cincinnati Kid or Agent Zed in Men in Black and Men in Black 2. He also voiced Zeus in Hercules. The part of George Hansen in Easy Rider was written for Torn by Terry Southern, but according to Southern's biographer Lee Hill, Torn withdrew from the project after he and co-director Dennis Hopper got into a bitter argument in a New York restaurant. On The Tonight Show in 1994, Hopper said that the argument ended with Torn pulling a knife, a statement Hopper later rescinded after Torn filed a defamation lawsuit. As a result, Torn was replaced by Jack Nicholson, whose appearance in the film catapulted him to stardom. In 1969, Torn portrayed a psychiatrist who installed a hidden camera in his New York office to record his own mental breakdown in Coming Apart. In 1972, he won rave reviews for his portrayal of a country and western singer in the cult film Payday. In 1975, Torn portrayed a chilling portrayal of KKK Imperial Wizard Glenn Tuttle in Attack on Terror, the FBI vs. the Ku Klux Klan. In 1976, he starred in The Man Who Fell to Earth. In 1979, Torn appeared in Heartland. He received an Academy Award nomination as Best Supporting Actor for his role in Cross Creek. In 1987, Taunton portrayed Sheriff Hank Pearson in Extreme Prejudice. In 1988, he ventured into directing with The Telephone. The screenplay was written by Terry Southern and Harry Nielsen, and the film was produced by their company Hawkeye. The story, which focused on an unhinged, out-of-work actor, had been written with Robin Williams in mind. After he turned it down, Whoopi Goldberg expressed a strong interest, but when production began, Taunton reportedly had to contend with Goldberg constantly digressing and improvising, and he had to plead with her to perform takes that stuck to the script. Goldberg was backed by the studio, who also allowed her to replace Taunton's chosen DP, veteran cinematographer John Alonzo, with her then-husband. As a result of the power struggle, Taunton, Southern, and Nielsen cut their own version of the film, using the takes that adhered to the script, and this was screened at the Sundance Film Festival. But the studio put together a rival version using other takes, and it was poorly reviewed when it premiered in January 1988. In 1990, he portrayed Colonel Fargo in By Dawn's Early Light. In 1991, he portrayed Albert Brooks' defense attorney in Defending Your Life. In 1993, Taunton portrayed the OCP CEO in RoboCop 3, then opposite Tanta Cardinal in Where the Rivers Flow North, which featured a cameo role for Michael J. Fox. In 2001, Taunton portrayed James Jim Brody in Freddy Got Fingered. Stage career Broadway. Taunton has appeared in 10 Broadway plays and directed one. In 1959, he made his feature Broadway debut when he played Tom Jr. in Sweet Bird of Youth, for which he won a Theatre World Award and also received a Tony Award nomination. He returned next in 1962 in the play Daughter of Silence as Carlo, following that with a role in the 1963 production of Strange Interlude. In 1964, he played Lyle Britton in Blues for Mr. Charlie, and 4 years later he was Roberto in The Cuban Thing for its only performance on September 24, 1968. In 1971, he portrayed Edgar in Dance of Death, and directed his first Broadway play in 1973, Look Away. In 1975, he portrayed the son in the Broadway revival of The Glass Menagerie, and 5 years later, portrayed Don in Mixed Couples. For 13 years, Taunton was absent from Broadway, but returned in 1993 to portray Chris Christopherson in Anna Christie. In his last Broadway appearance in 1997, Taunton portrayed Will Kidder in The Young Man from Atlanta. Off-Broadway, Taunton made his feature off-Broadway acting debut as Eben Cabot in the play Desire Under the Elms, followed by Peter in the Kitchen at the 81st Street Theater. His third off-Broadway role was Marion Faye, a pimp in The Deer Park, for which he won the 1967 Obie Award for Distinguished Performance. He performed at the Lucille Lortel Theatre in the play Dream of a Blacklisted Actor, and later in the Joseph Papp Public Theatre's Anspacher Theatre as William McLeod in Barbary Shaw. He last acted off-Broadway at the American Place Theatre as Henry Hackamore in the play Seduced. Taunton's off-Broadway debut as director was for the Evergreen Theatre with the play The Beard. He won the 1968 Obie for Distinguished Direction for that work. He next directed The Honest-to-God Skenazier at the Gramercy Arts Theatre, followed by Strindberg's Creditors and The Stronger, in which he acted beside his wife at the time, Geraldine Page, and his future wife, Pasha Dabiri, in the Anspacher Theatre of the Joseph Papp Public Theatre. Taunton and Page also co-produced that production, and had previously presented the two plays along with Miss Julie at the off-Broadway Hudson Guild Theatre the year before. The Larry Sanders Show from 1992 to 1998, Taunton portrayed Artie in The Larry Sanders Show. For his work, Taunton received 6 consecutive Emmy Award nominations as Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series and won the award once. Taunton was the only actor in the series who won an Emmy Award for his work. Other than the Emmys, he received 2 American Comedy Awards nominations for Funniest Male Performance in a Series, winning once, and 2 Cableator Awards for his work on the series. Later career following The Larry Sanders Show, Torn has appeared in many comedic roles in films, such as Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story, Freddy Got Fingered, Canadian Bacon, Rolling Kansas, and the first 2 Men in Black films, as well as dramatic roles in films such as The Insider and Marie Antoinette. He is also known for his voice work and has done voiceovers for many animated films. He lent his voice in B-Movie. In 2007 and 2008, he made 5 guest appearances on 30 Rock as the fictional chief executive officer of General Electric, Don Geiss. He was nominated for an Emmy Award in the category for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series, but lost to Tim Conway, who also guest-starred in the same sitcom. Torn's character was reportedly killed off as a direct result of his 2010 arrest, though Tina Fey denied this in a DVD commentary. Torn voiced the character of Hephaestus in the 2010 video game of God of War 3. Torn also appears in the music video for the They Might Be Giants song, Can't Keep Johnny Down, from their 2011 album, Join Us. In 2015 he reprised his role as Zed in a Men in Black safety video for Air New Zealand. Personal life. Family. Torn has been married 3 times and has 6 children. From 1956 to 1961, he was married to Anne Wedgeworth, with whom he had a daughter named Danae Torn. In 1963, Torn married Geraldine Page, 7 years his senior. Torn and Page remained married until her death in 1987. They had 3 children: actor Tony Torn, John Torn, and actress Angelica Torn. Torn apparently delighted in the fact that the doorbell of their New York townhouse read Torn Page. His maternal first cousin Sissy Spacek lived with Torn and Page when she first moved to New York to pursue a show business career. Torn helped her enroll in the Actors Studio. Currently, Torn is married to Amy Wright, with whom he has 2 children named Katie and Claire. Legal troubles. In January 2004, Torn was arrested in New York City, after his car collided with a taxi. A video of his arrest, in which he curses at officers and angrily refuses a breathalyzer test, was aired on television news outlets. In October 2004, a jury acquitted Torn of any wrongdoing. In December 2006, Torn was again arrested for drunk driving in North Salem, New York after colliding with a tractor-trailer. In April 2007, Torn pleaded guilty, and had his driver's license suspended for 90 days, and was required to pay a $380 fine. On December 14, 2008, Torn was again arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. A bartender at the White Hart Inn in Salisbury, Connecticut, reportedly served Torn, but apparently noticed he appeared intoxicated as he was leaving the establishment, according to a police report. Torn reportedly refused a ride home and got into his vehicle, with a Christmas tree tied on top, and drove away. He was convicted and sentenced to probation in May 2009. On January 29, 2010, he was arrested after breaking into a closed Litchfield Bancorp branch office in Lakeville, Connecticut, where Torn maintains a residence. He was charged with carrying a firearm without a permit, carrying a firearm while intoxicated, first-degree burglary, second-degree criminal trespassing, and third-degree criminal mischief. The Connecticut State Police said that Torn broke into the bank thinking it was his home. On February 1, 2010, he appeared in court where his attorney, Thomas Waterfall, told the judge that his client needed help with his alcohol abuse and that he could start treatment immediately in New York State. Torn was released on $100,000 bail. As a condition of his release, the judge said Torn must be evaluated for substance abuse. On August 11, 2010, Torn was denied special probation, which would have allowed his name to be cleared of charges. The judge in the case cited Torn's history of alcohol abuse and the possession of a loaded weapon while intoxicated, which carries a minimum 1-year sentence. On December 14, 2010, Torn pled guilty to reckless endangerment, criminal trespass, criminal mischief and the illegal carrying of a firearm, and was given a 2.5-year suspended jail sentence, and 3 years probation. On-set conflicts. Appearing as an interview subject in Stud Terkel's 1974 oral history book Working, Torn confessed, "I have certain flaws in my makeup. Something called irascibility. I get angry easily. I get saddened by things easily." While filming Maidstone, Torn, apparently unhappy with the film, struck director and star of the film Norman Mailer in the head with a hammer. With the camera rolling, Mailer bit Torn's ear and they wrestled to the ground. The fight continued until it was broken up by cast and crew members as Mailer's children screamed in the background. The fight is featured in the film. Although the scene may have been planned by Torn, the bloodshed by both actors was real, and Torn was reportedly truly outraged by Mailer's direction. In 1994, he filed a defamation lawsuit against Dennis Hopper over a story Hopper told on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Hopper claimed that Torn pulled a knife on him during pre-production of the film Easy Rider. According to Hopper, Torn was originally cast in the film but was replaced with Jack Nicholson after the incident. According to Torn's suit, it was actually Hopper who pulled the knife on him, and Torn demanded a retraction from Hopper. A trial court judge ruled in Torn's favor and Hopper was ordered to pay $475,000 in compensatory damages but denied Torn's request for punitive damages, ruling Hopper had not acted with malice. Hopper then appealed the ruling, and a California appellate court upheld the trial court's ruling for compensatory damages, and reversed the ruling for the punitive damages, requiring Hopper to pay another $475,000 to Torn. Filmography.